I know everyone's having a great time in Commissioner's Court today. I think that's wonderful. Let me turn off my cell phone. Well, good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the Tuesday, June 9th, 2026 meeting of the Denton County Commissioner's Court. We're so excited. We have a full house with us today and to honor some very special people that are with us. So at this time, I would like to welcome up Addison Johnson is going to lead us in our invocations, and our pledges will be led by Sydney Hall. So I want to remind everybody to please turn off your cell phones and please stand. Good morning.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather today. We ask for your wisdom and guidance over the Commissioner's Court as they serve our community. We are especially grateful for the blessing of 4-H and the dedicated volunteers who generously give their time, talents, and hearts in service to our youth. Through their mentorship and example, they help shape the next generation of leaders and strengthen our communities. Bless our 4-H members as they continue to learn and grow and serve others. May we always be inspired by their commitment to leadership and service. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one state, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Well, thank you, Addison, and thank you, Sydney. Appreciate that. All right, we do not have anyone registered, Teresa. We don't have anyone registered for item 1 for public input for items not listed on the agenda, which brings us to item 3A, which is approval of a proclamation recognizing June the 12th, 2026 as Women's Veterans Day in Denton County. And Eric, do you want to come forward? Good morning.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Today we honor the women who have served our nation, women whose contributions were essential, whose sacrifices were real, and whose recognition were often delayed. Women Veterans Day reminds us that service has no gender and our gratitude should have no limits. As someone that works with veterans every day, I see firsthand the strength and resilience of the women who have served our nation. They continue to lead and advocate and uplift their communities. Today is about honoring their service and recommitting ourselves to ensuring they receive the recognition and support that they have earned.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Well, I would like to invite all of our women veterans, if y'all will please stand and come and stand down here in front of the dais. Let's give them all a big hand as they come down. Why don't y'all come right down front here? We'll thank y'all so much for your service, and thank you so much for your service and for being here with us in Commissioner's Court. And I want to read this proclamation, and we'll have some comments from the members. So this is a court proclamation recognizing June the 12th as Women Veterans Day. And whereas Texas salutes and remembers many American female veterans who have courageously and honorably served in the military on behalf of our nation, and whereas women have formerly been a part of the United States Armed Forces since the inception of the Army Nurse Corps in 1901, and have proudly served alongside and supported our nation's military since the American Revolution. And whereas the women veterans community is the fastest growing subset of American veterans, in Texas, women comprise over 12% of the veteran population, and this is increasing yearly. And whereas the Denton County Veteran Services Office assists women veterans with benefits, and the Veteran Community Navigators help women veterans navigate crisis or hard times. And whereas on June the 9th, 2017, Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, signed Senate Bill 805 declaring that June the 12th be celebrated as Women Veterans Day so that all Texans recognize the role of women in the military and commemorate the sacrifices of and the valor displayed by Texas women veterans. And whereas on this day, Denton County commemorates the fearless service of women who have served our nation in the armed forces, and we honor our female veterans and their families for their remarkable sacrifices and outstanding contributions to our country. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Denton County Commissioners Court, Denton County, Texas, proclaim June the 12th, 2026 as Women Veterans Day in Denton County, and encourages all residents to recognize the courage and contributions of American servicewomen and their families who have proudly served our great state and nation by doing their part to protect our land, people, freedoms, and legacy. Done in open court this the 9th day of June, 2026, upon a motion made by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Well, ladies, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Commissioners Court for your answering the call to public service and answering the call to help our country in its time of need and protecting our liberty and our interests around the world. So thank you so much, and I'm very proud to have many of you are a part of our Denton County work family, and I'm so glad that you also work here at Denton County. And the commissioners, did y'all want to add anything?
Judge, I'd like to ask each of these ladies to tell us which branch of the military they served in, starting over here on this end.
That'd be great.
U.S. Army? Navy? Air Force?
All right.
Thank you all so much. And I have to tell you, we all know the biblical story of how God created man. And he looked at Adam and he said, you know, I can do better than that. And so then he created women. So thank you all so much for what you did. We love you.
A new and improved version. Commissioner Mitchell.
I just want to thank you for your service. You know, us women, we can do everything. We can run the house. You know, I used to say I can bring home the bacon and stir it up in the pan and sit on the couch and read my paper and tell Fred, you the man. So we take care of the house and we take care of our country, but you got to be brave, and women are brave because we've been taking care of things for a long time.
That's right.
And I thank you for the job that you're still doing, not that you've done, but the job that you're still doing. It's so important that we recognize people while they're alive and not wait until they're dead to recognize them. As they say, give you your flowers while you're alive. Thank you for being on the front line and willing to fight the battle for all of us. Not sure I can fight that battle. I can fight it at home, but I'm not sure I can fight it abroad. But I tell you what, I'll try if I need to, and I'll be right behind you. So I thank you for all that you do, and thank you for being just great citizens.
Yes,
you know,
examples.
Examples to young ladies who think that all that they can do is just maybe do something here, but they can do anything because we can all do everything according to the Lord. So thank you so much. Amen.
All right, Commissioner Falconer.
Yeah, no, thank you all so much. It's such an honor to see all of you here. You all are real heroes, and we thank you for your service to our country.
Absolutely. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Let's give them a big hand and a big standing ovation. Well, speaking of women making a contribution to society, brings us to item 3B, which is approval of a proclamation honoring Mary Bridges for 50 years of dedicated service to the Denton County 4-H Youth and Development Program. And we got Stephen Behringer here, and Stephen's going to talk about our honoree. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing us to be here to recognize Mary Bridges. She is retiring as a 4-H volunteer after 50 years. She thinks she's retiring all the way, but all of us know that she's just a phone call away to still give us her advice and still tell us the things that we need to do. I've been trying to think about how to explain Mary's impact, and there's really just no way possible in words to explain the impact. She's truly lived by the 4-H motto, to make the best better, and there's quite a big group here today to help us honor her. I think she knew something was in the works, but hopefully she didn't know all of this was going on. We were trying to surprise her. And so if I can, I would like to introduce Marissa Pels. She is taking over as the Pilot Point 4-H Club leader, and she was a 4-H'er of Mary's, and she has a few words she would like to say.
Perfect.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Good morning.
My name is Marissa Pels, and it is an honor to stand here before you today to recognize an extraordinary woman whose influence has been felt across Denton County for the last 50 years, Miss Mary Bridges. For half a century, Mary has served as the Pilot Point 4-H Club manager. While that title describes her position, it barely begins to describe her impact. For 50 years, she has been a teacher, a mentor, an encourager, a volunteer, a role model, and a champion for young people. She has dedicated countless hours to helping youth discover their potential, develop leadership skills, build confidence, and find their place in the world. Generations of young people have walked through the doors of Pilot Point 4-H because of Mary. Many of those young people have gone on to become teachers, business owners, agriculture leaders, parents, community volunteers, and professionals in every field imaginable. What makes Mary special isn't just the length of her service, it's the way that she served. She had a remarkable ability to see something in a young person before they could see it in themselves. I know that because I was one of those kids. At 9 years old, I was incredibly shy. The thought of speaking in front of strangers or putting myself out there was intimidating. Yet Mary encouraged me to run in the Denton County Livestock Association Princess Contest. She saw confidence and potential where I only saw fear and uncertainty. Some of my favorite memories of Mary happened outside of meetings and events. As a neighbor down the street, there was always a warm welcome waiting at her house, and usually a homemade sweet treat. Her cinnamon rolls are my favorite. That warmth and generosity were not reserved for special occasions. They were simply who she was. 30 years later, during the Fair Week in 2024, as I stepped into the role of superintendent of that very same contest, I found myself right back where that shy 9-year-old girl had once been, wondering if I was capable of doing the job ahead of me. Once again, Mary was there with the same encouragement she had offered so many years before. That's who Mary has always been, steady, supportive, encouraging, always willing to believe in others before they believe in themselves. Over the last 50 years, Mary has quietly encouraged hundreds, if not thousands, of young people. She has spent decades telling kids they were capable, helping them find their voice, and giving them the confidence to try something they've never thought they could do. As children, we don't always realize the amount of work, sacrifice, and dedication that adults pour into us. We don't see the late nights, the planning, the phone calls, the paperwork, the meetings, the problem solving, and the countless hours spent creating opportunities for young people. And we certainly don't understand the impact they're having on our lives. Not until years later, not until we find ourselves in similar roles, not until we try to put that impact into words. Then realize how important that person is and how impossible it is to truly measure. Mary's legacy is not found in a single project, event, or accomplishment. Her legacy lives in the people she helped shape. It lives in every young person she has encouraged to raise their hand, step onto a stage, run for an office, lead a meeting, show an animal, give a speech, enter a contest, or simply believe in themselves. One of the greatest gifts Mary has given so many of us is confidence, the confidence to try something we never thought we could do. I think everyone in this room knows that little voice inside us, the one that quietly plants ideas in our hearts, the one that encourages us to dream a little bigger, to step a little further, or to consider a path we never thought we'd take. For several years, that voice occasionally whispered that maybe I should become more involved in 4-H. As I watched the impact of this program, how it's affected young people and their families, the thought would surface from time to time. But I never took it seriously. I always found a reason why I wasn't the right person. I told myself I wasn't ready, I wasn't experienced enough, or I wasn't capable enough. The truth is, I assumed someone else would take over when the time came. Someone with more experience, more confidence, and a clearer vision than what I had. So I never seriously considered that the call might come to me. Then one day it did. Mary asked if I would consider taking on the role. And suddenly the possibility that had quietly lived in the back of my mind for years became very real. Clearly, she saw something in me that I struggled to see in myself. She believed I could do it, and she trusted that I would work hard and care deeply about this program, just as she has for the last 50 years. And even now, as I prepare to take over the club she has built, her encouragement hasn't changed. Just last week on the phone, I heard those familiar words once again, "Rissa, you're doing a great job." After all these years, that's still Mary, always encouraging, always supporting, always helping others believe they can do more than they thought possible. Not because it's her job, not because she expects recognition, but because helping others succeed has always been part of who she is. Many of us can point to a moment when Mary offered a kind word, a gentle nudge, or a vote of confidence at exactly the right time. Those moments may have seemed small to her, but they made a lasting difference to the people who received them. A true measure of a legacy isn't found in titles held or years served. It's found in the lives changed. It's found in the confidence she helped build, the leaders she helped develop, and the countless young people who are better because Mary Bridges believed in them. For 50 years, Mary has given this community her time, her heart, her wisdom, and her unwavering support. And while her chapter as club manager may be coming to a close, the lives she has touched, the leaders she has shaped, and the example she has set will continue to impact this community for generations to come. On behalf of the countless young people, families, volunteers, and friends whose lives have been made better because of you, thank you, Mary.
Oh, that well said. Well, Mary, if you'll come down here to where she was just standing. I love your shirt. I think it exemplifies so much. Well, Mary, I've got a proclamation here that we're going to read, and then we're going to have some comments from the court members, and we would love to hear from you if you would like to say anything. This is a court proclamation honoring Mary Bridges for 50 years of service to the Denton County 4-H program and Pilot Point 4-H Club. And whereas Mary Bridges has dedicated 50 years of volunteer service to the youth of Denton County through the Texas 4-H Youth Development Program and the Pilot Point 4-H Club. And whereas throughout her years of service, Mary Bridges has served as a mentor, leader, educator, and role model to countless young people, helping them develop leadership, citizenship, responsibility, and life skills. And whereas Mary Bridges has generously devoted her time, talents, and energy to supporting 4-H members, families, volunteers, and educational opportunities within Denton County. And whereas her unwavering commitment to the values and mission of 4-H has positively impacted generations of youth and strengthened the Denton County community. And whereas Mary Bridges' leadership and dedication within the Pilot Point 4-H Club have helped foster a tradition of service, learning, and excellence that continues to benefit young people today. And whereas the Denton County Commissioners Court recognizes the immeasurable contributions made by Mary Bridges and expresses sincere appreciation for her outstanding service to the citizens and youth of Denton County. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Denton County Commissioners Court does hereby honor Mary Bridges for 50 years of service with the Denton County 4-H program and the Pilot Point 4-H Club, and express our deepest gratitude for her service, leadership, and unwavering commitment to Denton County. Done in open court this the 9th day of June, 2026, upon a motion by the chair. Second by Commissioner Mitchell. Well, Mary, I would tell you I'm so excited when I saw the agenda that had this resolution on here to publicly support and show appreciation for your years of service to the kids and the lives of those youth here across Denton County. And I'll tell you a personal story. It was 19 years ago, I think, when I first met Mary when I was a county commissioner, and I was asked by the 4-H group to go judge the planting contest for the kids' projects over at the youth fair. And it was their hanging baskets and, you know, cactus gardens and all that. And I looked over there, and there was Mary coordinating the baking contest judging. And I thought, I want to do the baking next year, not the hanging baskets. And so anyway, I went over and visited with Mary, and we talked about the contest and the criteria and the different categories. And she said, oh, you got to come back next year. And so for all those years since then, Mary has called me every spring and said, okay, come on and come be a judge again. And she and her daughter Liz did a great job of coordinating that. And it was so fun to see the kids' projects. But that doesn't just happen. That's a manifestation. You can kind of see that project there and the 100 items on that big table. But there was a lot of love and attention and care and concern and education and mentorship that went along the way to develop those kids to where they felt the confidence to enter a contest. And Mary, you had such a heart for those kids, and it's fun for her to be able to, she'd be helping us coordinate the judging. And she would look at the name, sometimes look at the name of that and say, oh yeah, this kid has really been working hard on this year. She knew those kids and the care and concern and the growth that they had experienced to get to that point, because she cared deeply about each one of those kids. And it was evident just by that one contest, but that had happened that morning, but really it was everything that happens throughout the year to get us to that point. I want to thank you for all your efforts coordinating our Commissioners Court breakfast with AgriLife every year. And yes, those cinnamon rolls are the best, by the way. And I always look forward to her bringing those every year to the courthouse. I thought that was special. But I think Marissa said so much, and I agree with everything she said. And Mary, I want to just say that your care and concern for those individual kids is what this was all about, and the development of those youth. And, you know, I love to see you at the Gold Star Banquet every year, you and your family, as y'all cheered those kids on to success as they were acknowledged publicly by their peers and being elevated to different officer roles and everything. And so I think every kid should have a Mary Bridges in their life. Wouldn't the world be a better place if everyone had a Mary Bridges? And they're applauding in the back. Yes, go ahead. If every kid had a Mary Bridges, the world would be a different place. And so how blessed are the kids who went through your program over the years, and how blessed they are. And I know that the things that you taught them, they will teach their kids and their grandkids, and they will have some of those life skills that will carry them and make fond memories for them and their families as well. So I just want to publicly tell you I love you. I appreciate you. Denton County wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for people just like you. So congratulations, and this resolution is very well deserved. Members, do you want to add anything?
Oh, well, it's hard to follow that one, Judge, but Mary, 50 years, absolutely incredible. What a great legacy, and thank you so much for all those years of service, and we really do appreciate that.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Hi, Mary. I just thank you for your commitment. When I look at this, the role model that you've been to these kids for 50 years, people don't stay on jobs 50 years these days, so volunteering is really special. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for all that you do for your kids, your kids, setting the example for and what's going to happen, how they can live their lives. You have been a wonderful role model. Your commitment is second to none. You cannot be paid for what you've done. except for the love of the kids and all that you've done. I appreciate you every time we go to the 4-H meetings and the Gold Star Banquet.
Yeah.
We see your smiling face, and I just thank you for investing in our kids and making sure that they know that they can be all that they can be because you've shown them the love. You've been an example. You've done great things for them, and the ones that, cannot or don't think that they can do, you've been a shining example that, yes, you can. You can do all that you can do, but you have to first step out and make that commitment.
That's right.
And you've stepped out and made a commitment, and these kids are the ones that's going to benefit from it.
That's right.
Not just the ones today, but those in the future. Thank you, and be blessed.
All right, very good.
Mary, I agree with everything that's been said, but I'd like to just point out something that is so unusual today, which is that you are a volunteer. We have so few people anymore who are willing to volunteer their time, their talent, their treasure, whatever, and you've been doing it for 50 years. I think that is just amazing. I can't say enough good things about that, and I know you weren't wanting to be paid, but as Bobby said, you're being repaid by the love and the gratitude and the abilities of these kids that you have mentored. So thank you so much, and I'd wish you another 50, but I think you may be ready to retire. But thanks for all you've done, and if there's ever anything that we can do for you, to let us know. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Mary, do you have anything to say, please, ma'am?
I don't handle these things as well as I should. I just want to thank everyone.
Just speak into that microphone right there. Let's make sure. There we go.
I know.
There we go. It's okay.
Trying to ignore this.
It's okay.
I just want to thank everyone for all the support I've had through the years with the commissioners and your support of our program, for all our agents, the extension staff from state, district, counties, and all the wonderful parents and children that I've had the opportunity to work with. They have all been such a blessing.
Yes.
And I certainly can't thank you enough, and I can't look behind me because that'll be distracting.
It's okay.
I can't.
It's okay. Happy tears.
But anyway, thank you so much. It's been an honor. I'm from a family of volunteers, and I will still be there for those that call.
Oh, good. Oh, well, let's give her a big hand. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Mary, come down here. We want to get a group picture. If you're here to honor Mary, come get in the group shot here. Okay, wow, what a turnout. Okay, so we have a special plaque that she's going to present too as well.
Mary, on top of the incredible honor that the Commissioners Court has bestowed upon you, the club would like to present to you this plaque. It says, presented to Mary Bridges in honor of 50 years of dedicated service as Pilot Point 4-H club manager. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, your endless compassion, and the countless lives you've touched. Your leadership has helped generations grow, learn, and believe in themselves. Thank you, Mary, your Pilot Point 4-H family.
Yeah, they're doing a reception next door. Oh my gosh.
I know, I guess they were off at school or something. Let me do it. We got a couple guests with us today, and let's go to item 13B. We do have Chief Vaughn with us. I want to be sure to respect his time as well. 13B is the acceptance and approval of the 2025 ESD number 1 and ESD number 2 financial reports. Members, do you have any questions, or we have a motion for approval? Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Chief. Thank y'all for being here. All right. I read those reports, and they were very clean, so very, very good news. They've come a long way. Next is item 14B, which is approval of Amendment 1 to the contract for the collection of delinquent property tax and delinquent court fines between Denton County, Texas, and McCrary, Vaselica, Bragg, and Allen, PC, MVBA, and Saco and Burroughs, PC, as requested by the Denton County Tax Assessor Collector. The chair move for approval. Second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Brittany, for being here. Thank you. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let me see if there's anyone else I need to get out of here. All right, let's go to item 2, which is our consent agenda. Members, are there any items you'd like to pull off the consent agenda, or do we have a motion for approval as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Our consent agenda today consists of item 2A, approve the order making appointments and any appropriate action. Item 2B is approval of budget amendment request 2026294 for Human Resources to transfer $164 from administrative supplies to wireless services to allocate funding for a new enhanced mobile phone service line requested by the Assistant Director of Human Resources. Any appropriate action? Next, let's go to item 4A, which is a public hearing at 9 a.m. for review, consideration, and approval of the replat of the Mitchell Homesteads, lots 1 and 2, Block 1. This is 2.568 acres located in Commissioner Precinct 4. Do we have a motion to open a public hearing? We have a
Second.
motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We are in our public hearing. Is there anyone in attendance wishing to speak in favor of or opposed to the replat of the Mitchell Homesteads? Anyone in attendance wishing to speak in favor of or opposed to the replat of the Mitchell Estates? Hearing none, do we have a motion to close the public hearing? We have a motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, do we have a motion for action? All right, we have a motion for approval by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 5A is approval of bill reports, payments from CSCD Community Corrections, TAIP, Sheriff's Training, Sheriff's Forfeiture, VIT, interest, and DA forfeiture funds are presented for recording purposes only. Mr. May.
Thank you, Judge. I have no changes today. Recommend approval as presented.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Do we have a motion? Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 5B, acceptance and approval of county investment reports for the quarter ending March 31st, 2026. Chair will move for approval. Second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 5C, acceptance and approval of the fiscal year 2026 unaudited financial reports through April.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6A, approve a report on proceeds from Denton County Civil Courts Building online surplus auction 62908 held in May of 2026.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer. The chair will second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6B, approval to contract with Sigma Surveillance LLC, DBA STS 360 for the iPhone intercom system upgrade in the amount of $236,868.25 for the Texas Department of Information Resources DIR Cooperative Contract DIR CPO 6157. Motion by Commissioner Evanson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6C, approval of the purchase of F5 Big IPR Series Network Appliances Premium Partner Support and always-on expert services from World Tech IT LLC and Carasoft Technology Corporation in the amount of $132,381.58 for this DIR cooperative contract DIR CPO 5687 and DIR CPO 5362. Motion by Commissioner Evanson, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6D, approval award of CSP 252898 Horn Building Entry Door Remodel to G2 General Contractors.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7A, a report for miscellaneous equipment and software services presented for recording purposes only. Next is 7B, approval of the budget amendment request 2026291 for Sheriff's Treasury purchases to transfer $52,550 from Treasury Federal Sheriff Fund balance to maintenance management to cover the cost of the maintenance of the gun range and any appropriate action. The chair will move for approval, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 8A, a report from Human Resources regarding hiring actions of elected officials. Good morning, Gustavo.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning. We have one rehire in Justice of the Peace Precinct 5 and 2 promotions in the Sheriff's Office. That's it for this week.
Perfect, thank you. Next is item 9A. This is approval of the Department of State Health Services DISH's contract for the fiscal year 2027 Hansen's Disease Contract HHS 0013223000001, funding amendment number 3 in the amount of $156,819, effective September 1st, 2026 through August the 31st, 2027.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We're going to pull 10A for today. That will be reposted. Next, let's go to item 13A, discussion of any current building projects. Do we have any today to discuss?
No real updates, Judge, from last week, but we'll be seeing some of the civil courts building change requests coming soon, but we also have the walkthrough of the court, the temporary court, this week.
Perfect. Very good. Thanks so much. Next is 14A, approval of the limited service deputy agreement between Denton County, Texas and the Northwest Independent School District under 43 Texas Administrative Code 217164 as recommended by the Denton County Tax Assessor Collector. Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next, let's proceed to item 17, which is community updates. Commissioner Falconer.
Thank you, Judge. So first, I just want to congratulate the colony's new fire chief, Shannon Stevens. He was recently appointed to that position. He has served for 24 years as in the colony's fire department, most recently as assistant fire chief. So congratulations, Chief Stevens. And then in Carrollton, we have Sounds on the Square on the 12th from 6 to 8 in downtown. Juneteenth is celebrating on June 13th from 10 to 2 at Mary Heads Carter Park. And then Corinth has Friday Night Flicks on June 19th from 6 o'clock at the Agora. Then they have the Agora Music Fest on the 12th at 6 o'clock also at the Agora, of course. And then the Agora Community Market at the Agora on the 13th from 5 to 9. Crossroads has their community market on the 13th from 8 to noon, and that's at 2042 FM 424. And then Frisco has their fun float night on the 13th from 6 to 8 at the Athletic Center, and honoring our flag, celebrating our freedom on the 14th from 1:30 to 2:30 at the Warren Sports Complex. And that's an opportunity for you to drop off your worn or tattered flags for proper retirement. That's all I have.
Perfect. Commissioner Mitchell?
Judge, we had a historical event last night at the Louisville ISD, renamed one of its elementary schools after the first African-American elected to the Board of Trustees. Mill Street Elementary will be renamed to the Vernell Gregg Learning Academy. And so I just want to honor Ms. Gregg this morning and mention that, who was a longtime educator in LISD, has done great things, and the school board voted to name that school after her. The history lesson, that school, the Mill Street Elementary, used to be the late middle school set on that property where she taught, so I'm so pleased for that. Also, we have in Flower Mound, June 11th, Peters Colony Memorial Park ribbon cutting ceremony, and also in Flower Mound, we're going to have Community Activity Center is going to celebrate with snacks, prizes, giveaways. It's a birthday bash. And we'll have Chalk the Walk art contest on Spinks Road in Flower Mound. Holland Village, we're going to celebrate Holland Village June 13th, all day at the Doubletree Ranch. In Louisville, we'll have the Sounds of Louisville, June 9th at 7 p.m. at Wayne Ferguson Plaza. Also, June 10th, we have State Benefits Assistant with Tarrant Area Food Bank at the library. On the June 13th, also at 7:30 a.m., we're going to have a bird walk, second Saturday bird walk at Layla and Learn Louisville on June 13th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Thrive, a public event to help residents discover ways to engage in the Louisville community. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Perfect, good, thank you. Commissioner Edmondson?
First of all, I want to congratulate again 17-year-old Cooper Lutkenhaus. He has just won the Stockholm Diamond League 800. In doing that, he defeated an Olympic silver medalist from Canada, and he remains undefeated in 26. So congratulations to this very speedy young man. We have a lot going on in Precinct 4, starting with the drive-in movie, the SpongeBob movie in Denton, and this is going to be at the water parks beginning at sundown today. In Justin, they have a farmer's market from 9 to 2, and you can enjoy local shopping with a variety of unique vendors. Trophy Club has breakfast with Tiffany, their mayor, and that will be at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the 15th at the Starbucks at Tom Thumb. And then their movie night is going to be the 12th. They're going to show Jumanji, and this is a free movie with family and friends. Lastly, let me remind you all, this is the last day of early voting in any municipal runoff elections. There are several throughout the county. Today, you can still vote for the early voting. On Saturday, the election day, you'll have to go to your assigned voter precinct to vote. If you don't know what that is, go to votedenton.gov and you can look it up. I sure would encourage all of you to vote. This is a layer of government the closest to you. We run into you in the grocery store, in the parking lots, etc. And so this you have probably more influence on than any other election that you vote in. So please, go vote. Thank you so much.
Perfect, thank you. I want to give a shout out to America's new boom towns, and Smart Asset has named 3 towns as new boom towns. The cities and towns are ranked using economic output, housing units, and labor force size. And congratulations to these Denton County cities for being added to the list. And that's Louisville's number 5, and Frisco is number 10, and Denton is 11. So I want to shout out to all of those. And we're glad that we're growing here in the county, and that's these are obviously attractive communities that people are choosing to relocate to. Flag Day is Sunday, June the 14th, and it's the day that we remember the adoption of the official U.S. flag by the Second Continental Congress in 1777. And Commissioner Williams is not here this morning, but I'm sure he would want us to give a shout out to the Denton Geyer softball team, and congratulations to the Geyer freshman Olivia O.G. Green, who was recognized among the top players in Texas She was named on the UIL State All-Tournament team, and she was among 11 players on the 6A Division II All-Tournament team. So congratulations to her. And Salina turns 150 years old, so congratulations, a happy birthday to the city of Salina on that significant milestone. All right, and I want to go ahead and go to executive session. We have two items today, which is 15A, Texas Government Code 5510711A, consultation with attorney in a closed meeting when a governmental body seeks advice of its attorney about pending litigation and cause number 14137716026, styled County of Denton, Texas versus Victoria Johnson et al., currently pending in the 141st Judicial District Court of Tarrant County, Texas. And item 15B, Texas Government Code 551072, deliberation regarding real property, closed meeting, deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. If deliberation in open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the position of a governmental body in negotiation with a third person. And it is 9:53, and we are in executive session.